Critical thinking is, critical for success in any line of work. To think critically means to have the capacity to reason logically and rigorously. And it's one of the applied creativity skills that we're offering here at IACT. People who use critical thinking skills effectively demonstrate the ability to gather and assess relevant information, identify patterns, question assumptions, and then draw conclusions. To gather and assess relevant information, you must base problem solving on fact rather than assertion. Critical thinkers are able to take the time to identify core issues, distinguishing facts from opinions, and providing a thoughtful analysis. To identify patterns, you need to be able to make sense of the data, which allows you to recognize commonalities among situations that may first appear unrelated. Imagine you have a wall full of post-it notes with a different idea or concept on each one. By creating bundles or groups of ideas that are similar in some way, you can then organize the information and identify themes and patterns. Questioning assumptions means resisting the easy answers and instead being curious and open to other perspectives. Now, it is impossible to avoid personal biases completely. However, critical thinkers are able to identify those assumptions and reframe their thinking with them in mind. Avoiding echo chambers that only act to confirm your biases is an important part of questioning assumptions. When drawing conclusions, it is important to utilize the relevant information when forming judgments and making recommendations. Becoming a thoughtful critical thinker requires both the ability and the willingness to scrutinize evidence. We can then use our powers of logic and reasoning to evaluate and draw conclusions based off of multiple sources of information. Say, you're searching for a new cell phone provider. Before making a final decision, you will spend time gathering information and comparing the various plans by noting the pros and cons of each one. Again, critical thinking involves gathering and assessing relevant information, identifying patterns, questioning assumptions, and then drawing conclusions. To learn more about critical thinking and other micro-credentials being offered here at IACT, visit udayton.edu/IACT.